As I stand back and observe this world in which we live, I open my eyes to see that our lives are fueled by selfish dreams. We shall stand and fight this dream. If we would realize this life is not our own, we'd expose this parasite for the pain it's caused. If we would just give all we can, we devour all our
Yo, sup buds? How's it going? Oh, gotta get that feeding the ducks in. That's our jam. Feeding the ducks. I see that I have one viewer. I probably scared them off with the metal music. I probably turn them off. Most likely. Yeah, yo, sup buds. Today I'm starting off with the monster, so there's gonna be a lot of quick, probably a quick pee break. These things go right through you. We'll just wait for the people to arrive. We got 2 viewers now. What's up, buds? Whoever joined, what's up? I don't know if Red Panda's still here. He might be. Asked him if he wanted to, join in and say hi. Oh, now we got 3 viewers. 4. Oh, we're growing. We're growing. They're coming in. They're flocking in. I thought the metal scared them away, but they're flocking in. Oh, now we're at 2. Oh, crap. Oh, now we're at 3. How's everybody doing that is in the chat or watching? Is everybody doing good today? Saturday, and yeah, Saturday is the day. I just started talking about random things. So this is my favorite shirt of all time. And I thought it was custom made, but it was actually a tour shirt from like 2010. And it's actually worth a lot of money. And my buddy was desperate for beer money, and he had this shirt. So I bought him 2 cases of Past Blue Ribbon, and I got this shirt. So it was a fair deal. Where is everybody? Everybody's like, they'll come flocking in. See Paperclips live. Oh, how's my 1 viewer doing? Well, I guess, like no one's here, so I'll just I'll tell funny stories about myself. Uh, when I was 18, I didn't really drink, and I drank a bunch of vodka with a friend, and we decided that we were gonna go to a construction site and just cause mayhem. But then the vodka tidal waved on me, and I got completely spammered, and I was on the top floor of a house being built, and I couldn't even get up. I eventually got up, and the cops were there, and my two buddies ran, and my one buddy stayed with me, and all cops' sons are hockey players, and my friend was a hockey player, so he knew all the cops, and I got away scot-free for crashing a construction site. So that was good old 18-year-old paperclip. There's a random story for you. For sure. Where the people will come in flocks. It'll start off low and then it'll get high. I really appreciate that one viewer. He's really holding the stream together. Thank you, one viewer. I super appreciate you, one viewer. Even though you said nothing in the chat, I appreciate you. Oh, we got 3 viewers. Neomorphis 1.0. Good to see you again. Welcome. Yo, Sapad. Oh, now we're back down to 1 viewer. Neomorphis, I think you might be the one viewer. Oh, we're back up to 3. Nice. So how is everybody? Is everybody doing good? I hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Well, I guess, now nobody's talking in the chat, so I guess it's just more funny stories of when Paperclip was younger. So one time, I was drunk as shit, and I just randomly stopped in at my friend's house, and I just kind of opened the door, and I was like, yo, dude, I'm starving. And he's like, well, we don't really have anything to eat, but I got this bag of carrots, and I took the bag of carrots and I just fucking threw them in the garbage. And then him and his roommate just started laughing their ass off, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. you know, you offer guy food and then he just grabs it and throws it in the garbage. There's another funny paperclip story. I have many. Done a lot of shenanigans back in my day. Oh, 4 viewers. See, we're growing. We're growing in numbers. Yo, sup, Greg? How's it going there, big guy? Not just big guy. How's it going there, bud? You having a good Saturday? You're up to 18 phones and you partially blame me. I have 152 phones. So, yeah. 18 is very reasonable. But, hey, you're up to 18 phones. That is probably, I'm guessing, like 75 to 80 megahash. That's probably not too bad. It could even be more, probably closer to like 100 megahash. You're getting up there. I'm pretty sure that's like maybe a Varus a day, maybe half a Varus a day. It's not too bad at all. Oh, you sunburned your legs? 80 to 90, you think? Yeah, I think 80 to 90. I have 5 massive sunburns. Or 5 phones. It's okay just to have mine with 5 phones. I started with mining, which is 5 phones. My original 5 Cat S48Cs. And now I have 64 of those phones. Dude, this Feeding the Duck song is just so great. Nice. So I'm assuming everybody's farms are doing good. Yes, price of Varus is up. And I didn't want it to go up because I'm in a trade right now. And I wanted to buy Varus for cheap after that trade possibly becomes successful. So I didn't want Varus to go up because Varus is primed to make its next leg up. And yeah, so I wish Varus was still at 70 cents, but no, it is at $1 right now. And yeah, I think it's primed for its next leg up. Which I mean, just means we're making more mining, I guess. That's a positive. Do most of you guys like mine your Varus and you hold it, or do most of you just sell it off? Because I highly suggest holding on to it. I remember, dang it, Trade Intuition, you made me lose my train of thought. I was gonna say something. Now I lost it. But welcome, Trade Intuition, even if it's for a few minutes. Thank you for joining me. You completely derailed me. You bastard. Okay, 1 second. I might have one of the dev members of AltcoinAardvarks join the stream. Maybe we'll get a member of AltcoinAardvarks. Means I'll have to edit the title. Sorry, I'm just doing business right now. That'd be cool, because I just got into AltcoinAardvarks and I have questions about it, and it'd be great to have one of the dev members on the stream. Dip into the magical bag here. There's no Corona Sun brews, so I had to go with the Heineken Zeros again. Me and my Heineken Zeros. I've actually been drinking more Heineken Zeros because the liquor store literally right around the corner for me only carries Heineken Zeros, and they do not have Corona Sun brews. And there's a dollar store right like literally 2 minutes further away, but they're all sold out. I don't know if the difficulty will come down. I see if price goes up, more people are gonna want to mine, so I don't see the difficulty going down right now. I'm already in talks with him about those phones. We're talking on Discord, so yeah. That'd be a good content video. And brand new AO3Ss from Red Panda Mining. I mean, like, the AO3S, good. It's good, I guess, but I just think it's very, very, very overrated. I think it's the most overrated mining phone, and I've said that 5 million times. And I'm 100% willing to accept them for free. And they're great for a free phone, but I would never purchase them for like myself. So I live in Canada, and for me to get an AO3S, it costs $80 because of the duty or the shipping and the duty and all of that jazz, because you can't buy AO3Ss, the cheap ones, on Amazon.ca. Yo, can you explain yourself on this one a little bit? Like, let us know what's going on. Yo, what's up, Hongo Pongo? Paco. I'm just gonna call you Hongo Paco. Okay, it's hilarious because the Samsung AO3S can mine, but the Samsung A14 can't mine. So it's like, I think the A14 is a more expensive phone, but it can't mine, but an AO3S can. Okay, I'll just call you Hongo. Yeah, I have a S20. I want to say a 21. But it's got like a completely destroyed screen. But it's still, the screen still works. It's just, you know, a little harder to navigate. And I have a Note 9 as well. Yeah, so the S20 has the highest hash rate. Darktron was talking about this. Is that so the S20 has, I think, the Snapdragon Gen 1 chip in it. And then the S22 probably has the Gen 2. Now, when you're mining, those chips get hot. So you're going to get like a spike in mega hash, and then your phone's going to be like, nope. And it's going to throttle back, and you're going to, you know, not yield as high as, you know. So it's better to go with an S20 than an S22. The Euro Orange Pi 5 is super stable, but mine crashes all the time. I constantly have to check on it. I bet you anything right now it's not running. Okay, was a top 10 holder of a coin from a dev that was very popular in their space, and he rugged. Said him and his wife was dying. My fault ultimately. He made everyone transfer to a different chain for 1-to-1. Okay. Yeah, well, like, lesson learned, right? Like, I think in the crypto space, you can't really trust anyone. Seriously, so in the crypto space, I really only 100% trust Varus. Like, there's no other crypto company or project that I have 100% trust in than Varus. One second, I'm just gonna close my screen door. There's a lot of noise going on outside. I don't know if it's picking up on my mic, but I'm just gonna close it. Okay. I mean, if you have the equipment to mine, I would mine right now. I wouldn't buy mining equipment, but if you have the equipment to mine, 100% I would be mining right now. Yeah, so if you have the infrastructure, I think like now is the time to probably mine. If Red Panda wasn't driving, he probably would have some good suggestions of coins to mine, or, you know, have a little better perspective on if he should be mining. We have four orange pies, and the uptime is 9 months or something. Nice, that's good. Phones are king. Like any type of mining. Well, CPU mining. Phones are king. Like, so like I said, it cost me 2 cents a day to run each phone, and I yield about 6 cents in Varus. So you can't really beat that. It is just, it's super profitable, and it's only going to get even more profitable. Yeah, I sold the iOS phone, but I used to mine XYO on the iPhone. And I had the audio ads on, and the audio ads like constantly played. So it was like I didn't even need to exploit it. I was like making mad coin off of XYO just from the audio ads. They just like kept playing. I was like, sick. Oh, one thing with XYO, like as soon as you hit 10K, cash out. Like, don't hold your coins and, you know, get the HODL rewards. Because I know a lot of people are like, they have like millions and millions of coins and they're hodling just for the HODL rewards. They're gonna like lose out very, very big time, because when you cash out on XYO, so you take your 10,000 coins and in Canadian dollars, you get $6 worth of XYO. And it's whatever XYO is worth at that time. So, when you cash out at lower prices, obviously you're going to get more XYO because that $6 is worth more coins. And yeah, so every time you hit 10K, cash out. That's pretty decent, man. Like 30,000 coins in a month just from like the audio ads. That's pretty good. I used to be like huge into XYO. Now I'm a Varus elitist. Oh, and this comment right here, my phones were a better buy for mining, 100%. So right now I have my 5950X mining Varus because I took a rack of phones off and put it on Acarast, but so I wanted to like maintain that 750 to 800 mega hash. But yeah, phones consume way less power. I don't even know what my 5950X is running right. Like, I don't know its wattage right now, but it is clocked in at 4.4 gigahertz per core, and it is volted at 1.15, I think. So I have no idea the wattage is pulling, but it is getting around 50 mega hash, so it's not too bad. I mean, those like 5950Xs are like, they're a beast. Like, I have a dual Xeon V4 rig, and like the 5950X is like just behind it, like in mega hash. But I'm also running my Xeons on a cheap Chinese motherboard, which I think is like limiting the power, so I'm not getting what I should be getting. For sure. Okay, so I have a question. I was looking I think a few of you were here, but would anybody be interested in okay, sorry. Would anybody be interested in a grass video? I'm very hesitant to put it on my computer because it's a Chrome extension and it shares your bandwidth, and I do not like even projects that share your bandwidth. But a big YouTuber had like 150 a month from this coin, so I don't know. I don't really know much about it, but I want to check it out. The 7900s, like the Ryzen 9 7900s. I know my buddy is picking up a Ryzen 9 7900X 3D and 65 watts. Oh, non-X. Okay, non-X. That was like 65 watts on like no way. It's like my TDP, my max TDP on my 5950X, I think is like 125. I'm pretty sure. Okay, Trade Intuition sent me on Telegram his grass copy referral code. Isn't the 5950X AM5 as well though? If the 5900X isn't AM5, I'm doubting the 5950X is AM5. Okay, it's AM4. But like, I mean, the 5950X is like still an amazing CPU. I took one of my 5950X builds and I put it into my main PC. And yeah, I don't know. I think this CPU will last me a very, very long time. I don't really game hard. I don't really game at all, so you know, it's just mostly, you know, just so to have a better computer. But it's funny, I'm running a 5950X, but I'm running a 1070 Ti. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Bob? What's up, Daily Facts? Kick-ass shirt. Okay, I was saying before. Okay, I thought this shirt. Okay, so my friend bought this shirt in a store in Vancouver. And apparently in this store, they only sell one-off shirts. So I thought this shirt was custom made. And I really wanted it. And my friend, unfortunately, he's an alcoholic. And he needed beer money. He's like, hey, if you buy me a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, I will give you that Nicki Minaj shirt. And I was like, dude, that is not a good deal. I will buy you 2 packs of Pabst Blue Ribbon. And so, yeah, I bought him 2 packs of beer. And I got this shirt. And I thought this shirt was a one-off. And then I go on eBay. And apparently it's like a very, very old tour shirt. And it's actually worth a pretty penny. So, yeah. There's always FUD. Upping the brews then. I mean, if you mean upping the brews, drinking 0% Heinekens, then yes, I'm upping the brews for sure. Oh, yeah. Well, he didn't know, but I was willing to pay like $100 for this shirt. And my conscience felt guilty for, so a 15 case of Pabst in Canada costs $28, and my conscience felt bad for taking a shirt that I would spend a lot of money on to have. So I offered him 2. I thought that was, I was like, dude, I will pay. I didn't say I'd pay 100, but I'd be like, dude, I'd pay $50 for that shirt. You surprised I'm not drinking Molson? I'm surprised I'm not drinking Corona Sun Brews right now. Okay, let's get a little pack here. I have a little cooler beside me. But I have 1 Corona Sun Brew left. This will be the last drink I drink in the live stream. But Corona Sun Brews are my new addiction. And I absolutely love them. Yeah, thrift store t-shirt hunting is fun. Okay, here's the thing about thrifting for t-shirts. Yeah, I primarily only drink 0% alcohol beer. Only just recently did I have 2 non-alcoholic beers, or 2 alcoholic beers. What was I saying? Where were we? Yeah, it's weird. For some reason, every time I set up, so This is like my, it's not even a real computer desk. It is a TV stand, and that is where my computer is. And then to my left, but you're pointing right, is another stack of computers with another computer screen, which is all my nodes running. And whenever I set up, and then to my right is another desk, which I have my Apple computer on that I do all my editing on. Whenever I set up there, she like knows I'm about to do something. She wants all the attention in the world. So it is very, very, very odd. It's like, just like she knows. I don't even know where she is right now. Bean. Bean. She might be sleeping in this chair. Let me check. Oh yeah, she's sleeping in this chair. Come on. Come here. Come join us on the stream. I moved the chair, and I think I disturbed her slumber, and she looks pissed. So I'm just gonna move the chair back, and I'll let her be. Okay, one of my favorite thumbnails that I have is, here, let me go to my videos here. Okay, and then we go like this, share screen, right here, share. So one of my favorite thumbnails is this one right here. I was trying to take a picture of all the parts, and she just like would not leave the table, so she became part of the thumbnail, which I thought was kind of cute. So with most DPIN projects, I think you get a set payout. Every DPIN project that I am a part of, it's a set payout. So like Fry pays me at the exact same time. So like 3 a.m. my time, I start getting paid by Fry. And then on Sundays, I get paid from EnviroBlock with IoTex. So yeah, most of my DPIN is paid out, and it's usually exactly the same amount. Fry is now introducing a new system though, where the more miners that are mining, the lesser the rewards. So I think that is so it doesn't cause inflation of the coin. Okay, I have to use the washroom. Pee break time. You guys like my P break sign? That is Crypto Coin Mindset, and he was falling asleep during a live stream, and I screen capped it, and now that is my P break sign. He says he's honored. I don't think he takes any offense to it. Exactly, trade intuition. It's funny. And I think he finds it funny too. Oh, really? Advertisements come up on my P break? That's good to know. What kind of advertisement? Is it like a skippable one? I know. We'll do it organically. We'll do the P breaks organically. But I started with a monster, and I think I broke the seal, so well, this is the first live stream where like I turned on monetization, because my other live streams did not. I don't even know what GST is. Oh, got some business here. For sure. Okay, so one of my live streams, I'm gonna have somebody from the Akaras team on a live stream with me, so we can learn more about Akaras, because I hardly know anything about it, and it would be nice to have someone where we can ask questions. So, and it would be nice to have a guest. All my live streams have been alone. I'd like to have a guest on here once. Me and Oink are gonna work out something where I have a live stream with Oink. It's just that we live in completely different time zones. So I think my 10 p.m. is 7 a.m. So we gotta find some sort of middle ground where we can both, be cognitive and be able to, function and talk to each other. Funny too, I even put a message in the Larissa Discord, and I was like, hey, does anybody from the dev team want to join my live stream? I think it'd be more fun and organic if it was live though. Cause I don't know. I'd prefer to do it live. Cause I feel like if me and Oink went live together, I have my own questions, and you guys may have your own questions on Varus, and I'm pretty sure Oink can answer probably 100% of he's got all the answers. So yeah. Oh, are you leaving, D White? Supper time? All right. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I super appreciate it. Check you later. It is 100% possible to find a block with phones. And if you pool them together, there is a way higher chance that you'll find a block. Yeah, on Luck Pool, if you find a block, you get 1 free Varus, so... Well, I think your luck's been few and far because I'm pretty sure the difficulty has gone up on Varus. Probably my fault for making good tutorials on how to mine. Yeah, I mean, if you're making more on an interesting hole, then stay there. I was on Cloud Eco, and I was actually making more on Cloud Eco than I am on pool.varus.io. But pool.varus.io has merge mining and Cloud Eco does not. And even though I don't get much VAR, I am getting VAR, and I do not know the VAR could explode out of nowhere. So to have the capability of, no mining loss of Varus and to mine another coin, it just, seems to make sense to me. And also too, I'm giving 5%. I'm giving 5% to the Varus community to help build the project. So yeah, it's a free coin, more or less. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on TradeOver it's like worth like 33 cents or something. It's really, 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 really low. Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing about KYC. So a lot of people think they can avoid KYC, but if your Coinbase account has ever transferred anything to your MetaMask, there is now a connection between your MetaMask and your Coinbase account. So kind of hard to avoid the tax man. So yeah. But there are ways around not paying the full tax. Oh, apparently I just learned Oklahoma is tax-free on crypto. So if you want to move to Oklahoma, you know, that'd be a good place. And what else you can do is you can, at the end of the bull market, put all your money into Ethereum and then go to AltcoinAardvarks, and then you can put up your Ethereum as collateral, and they will give you 80% of what you give back into USDT, and then you can cash that into your bank. And loans are tax-free, so yeah, that's a way you can get around the tax man. Yeah, it's 50% on any gains we make. Unless we launder our money through a casino. You know, just load up your crypto.com credit card and then just like cash out $1 million and then just put it into the slots and then just take your little slip and then, you know, get your money. That's how the drug dealers do it, so, you know. I get enough spam calls. Let's get some walala going. Totally kidding. I don't know what that means. Walala. Yeah, don't sell your Varus. You will regret it. The pump is coming for sure. I might even pull the trade that I'm in right now and put my money back into Varus because I feel like a pump's coming for sure. I exchanged my Varus on Trade Ogre because Safe Trade is not available in Canada. Yeah, exactly. Ryan Kane. Hodl that Varus, boys. I'm just gonna keep that there. Hodl that Varus. Because, like I said, I have 2 predictions for Varus. It's either gonna do a 10x this cycle, and so it's either going to do a 10x this cycle and then do very well next cycle, or this cycle it's going to do 100x because that project is a sleeping giant. Like, Axie Live, hey, welcome. I've never seen you before in our chat, so welcome. You get a yo sup pod. That's what you get here. Is Varus staking worth it? 100%. Like, if you have Varus desktop and your coins are just going into your wallet and you're staking, your staking just keeps growing and growing and growing. So you should like always be staking because they have proof of stake. So you can take your money in and out anytime you want. The staking is just another form of mining. So if the more coins you have, the higher the chance you are to mine a block. But yeah, it is 100% worth it to be staking your Varus. Yes, you can send your Varus mobile to your Varus desktop, but yeah, there is a fee, but the fee is very, 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 very small and very, very, like, you won't even notice it at all. What am I running for nodes these days? Well, for starters, I've only ever been involved in one node project, and that node project is absolutely dying. And that node project is called Larissa. And Larissa, if you watch my first Larissa video, I expressed concerns, and those concerns came into fruition. So I definitely learned my lesson on that one. I went heavy on it. I bought 8 nodes, and I highly regret it. I wish I stuck with 2 nodes, and I would have came out with $1,000 or $100. So yeah. See, I had Varus Mobile at first, and then I got Varus Desktop, and I just took my Varus Desktop address and I just started using that. But there is a way to transfer your Varus Mobile address to your desktop. So I don't know how to do it because that is one thing about Varus. Things are overly complicated, but there is a way to do it. Well, I mean, this is what I've been told by a lot of people in the crypto space. The first crypto cycle, you're gonna absolutely fail. Your second cycle, you're not gonna fail, but you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, and you're gonna learn from those mistakes. And then in your third cycle, you're gonna absolutely freaking kill it. So this is my second cycle, and I think I'm going to absolutely kill it next cycle. Then we'll have the next bear market to build up a bigger infrastructure. See, the thing is, my first cycle, I was introduced leverage trading, and you should never, ever, ever introduce leverage trading to somebody who doesn't know anything about stocks or, you know, leverage trading is a beast. And yeah, most times, see, the thing about leverage trading is when things are going up, you're like, hell yeah, I am making freaking money right now. And this is your first cycle. So like, you don't really know what's gonna happen, or you know how smart money moves their money. And you know what, you're gonna be like, you're gonna start off with a little, and then all of a sudden you're gonna make a huge amount of money leverage trading. And then you're like, you have that huge sum of money, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna throw that all into one trade, and I'm just gonna, you know, make absolute bank. And then the market just completely freaking dumps. And when you're new, you don't put a stop loss. I never put a stop loss. So on 3 different occasions, on my first cycle, I turned $50 into 5K, all through leverage trading. And each time I lost that 5K. So I have never made anything past 5K in crypto. So 5K is like the most I've made. Yeah, stop losses are like so super important. Like, I would never trade without a stop loss. Well, I mean, actually, I am in a trade right now without a stop loss, but it is an ultra safe trade. And that's the thing about leverage trading too. It is a lot of fun. It is like fun to see like plus 100%, like, oh, I doubled my money. But you didn't double your like money, you double your coins. So you're like even more money, right? So yeah, so now when I leverage trade, right now the leverage trade I'm in is only a 2x. And I have like 30% in the actual trade itself, and then I have 70% in my margin. So like on BitGet, it doesn't even show a liquidation price. So like I'm in a Doge trade right now. So Doge has to go like way the fuck down for me to even get close to being liquidated. And it's only 2x. I don't know. I just have a feeling Doge is gonna have a pump here pretty quick. It's looking like it's primed. Let's bring up the Doge chart. Okay, let me bring up some lines here. One. I'm so bad at TA. Okay, 1 second. I'm just getting my Doge chart set up here. Okay. Trade Intuition is gonna judge me a lot because now I'm gonna, you know, show some of my TA. This is just my what we thought was gonna happen, but it hasn't happened yet. It still can happen. So let's present, share screen, Doge, share, full screen that bitch. And yeah, so this, we thought that we were gonna come down and retest these two wicks right here. I had a buy order for, so I think it was this wick right here. Yeah, I had a buy order for 12.1 cents, and then I was gonna leverage it. But looking from here, I mean, for me, this looks like it's just ready to go way up. But Trade Intuition might have something else to say about that. What charting tool am I using? Oh, that was just TradingView. It's free. I suck with it because I am not a technical analysis kind of guy. Well, our thought process was that people were gonna get set up for their longs, and they were gonna set their stop losses at the bottom of those wicks, and we were gonna enter at those wicks. But through further analysis, I don't think those wicks are gonna be tested. So, and I think Doge is gonna have a really nice pump here pretty quick. Did you like my TA trade intuition? That is as far as my TA goes. And that is just reciting what my friend said to me. I am not a trader, I am a miner. Oh, dude, Doge is gonna pump for sure. 100%. It is like... Doge is the retail coin. So I'll tell you a story. I had a friend, and she had a very ditzy, very hot, beautiful roommate. And we introduced ourselves, and she's like, yeah, this is Dylan. He's super into crypto. And then she was like, oh, is that thing with a doggy coin? So like, she knew what Dogecoin was, but didn't know what Bitcoin was. So Doge is the retail coin, and like, I think there's always a possibility to make money with Doge, and there always will be. Well, the thing is, I'm actually moving in with my buddy who is a very, 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 very good trader. And through the bear market, I am going to learn a lot from him and how to set up trades. And yeah. He does what's called inner circle trading. So he trades with smart money, because me and you can put $100 into Bitcoin, and it does, there's always a buyer, there's always a seller. But for smart money, they can't just move millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin at once. There has to be some sort of manipulation. So this whole ICT course teaches you how to trade with smart money. And yeah. See, the thing I like about mining is it's constantly DCAing in for you. Like, and if you pick the right coin to mine, it's just, it's safe. Yes, trading is risky and plain and simple. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta risk it to make the biscuit. But I highly suggest going to Trade Intuition's Telegram group, and he's got a free section, and he will show you simple setups. And if you have any questions, he probably be happy enough to ask, like, hey, you can ask him, hey, is this a safe trade for me? and he'll probably give you a quick short TA. So yeah, shout out to Trade Intuition. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he trades off the 4-hour candles. My other buddy, he trades off 1 month, and so he trades off the 1 month candles, and then he trades off the day candles and 4-hour candles. So yeah, here, I wonder if I can link your Telegram group in my chat here. Trade Intuition, if you want to put like a little link to your free side of your trading Telegram, go ahead. Oh, the 1 minute candles. So me and my buddy, AltcoinAardvarks, we used to take $5 and we used to do 100x, and we would try to trade ourselves up so we could afford a pizza. And that would be our little fun Friday, Saturday night. Just $5, you know, bro, you know, 100x, you lose $5 on, you know, 100x, whatever. It was a lot of fun. It's like, and you sat there and you waited, and you just like, you watched the 1 minute candle, and like, you're just like, you're waiting to get in, and then you're like, you finally get in, and then it's pumping, and then all of a sudden you're liquidated. We didn't put stop losses on. It was just for fun. Yeah, exactly. It is a fun game. It's like, take $5 and see if you can afford a pizza. You know, like that was our fun. Yeah, you gotta know when to jump out. Sometimes it's hard with 100x though, knowing when to jump out, because like things are moving so fast that like all of a sudden, you know, all of a sudden you're up and all of a sudden you're down. So like, I don't know, 100x, it gets my heart racing, and I don't know, it's a fun game. See, the thing is, I hate casinos, but I like putting $5 down on 100x. Oh, dude, I think 10x is still a little bit too much for leverage trading. Unless you're just doing $5, I think 10x is okay. But yeah, 10x is that's a little much. Unless you're like a surefire, you know, you got 100% win rate on your trades. I don't know. I wouldn't go 10x. Funny thing about casinos is I can flush money down the toilet at home. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have a plan, you know, for sure. You're right on that one. Ah. Okay, it's quick intermission time. I need a cigarette. I don't smoke in my apartment during the day, and I need to take a pee. So I will be back. Nobody leave. Everybody stay. Talk amongst each other. And yeah. No, this one right here. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I tried to power puff through that smoke as fast as I could. Trade Intuition, are you still in here? Because if you want to join, I'm kind of done talking about mining. If you just like want to have some banter, you are welcome to join me. I've never had a guest on my I've never had a guest on my live stream before, so it'd be nice. So Trade Intuition, I'm inviting you to my StreamYard. I will have to and I think this is how you invite people. I'm very, very new. I'm very, very new to this, so I don't know if this is how you invite people, but we will see. One second, just go on Telegram here. Where is my Telegram? I think I sent you the invite link. Yeah, I sent it through Telegram. All right, I'll add you to the stage here. How's it going there, big dog?
Going pretty good.
Pretty good. So I would like to say, me and him are very similar. We're both have the same mindset of that we want to make people money. So we're very, very honest, and we both have the best intentions to make you guys money. That's why I'm always very honest about any sponsorships or any projects I get involved with. I will say if it's worth it or not. And yeah, and if a sponsor sponsors me, I'll say like, hey, I will 100% tell my audience to either not to go for it or not to go for it. So I'm always here to try to make you guys money and improve your bone mining farms. And Trade Intuition, I think, kind of has the similar mindset of he wants to make people money. But it's nice to have you here, Trade Intuition. We've never had a one-on-one before, so it'd be nice. It's nice to, talk to you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, in reference to, I'm getting some feedback. All right. So yeah, in reference to mining and stuff like that, I do have some mini ASIC miners. I haven't plugged them back in yet. Unplugged them, once the bull market was done, I bought some GPUs so that I could mine. And I bought a really, really nice computer at the time, the peak of the market. So my 3090 was very, very expensive.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah. So I started mining Bitcoin with it, and man, it was going at 100%. I mean, super loud. The fans were going just crazy. I mined that for about a month. Then I switched it to Ethereum. I was mining that for about a month, and then after that, I started mining like I forget what it's called. It's EGRO or something like that, or ERGO.
Ergo?
Yeah, Ergo. So I started mining some Ergo and then some other coins. And what's funny though is I just had my computer for maybe, and I call it the Beast. And I had that computer for maybe less than 3 months. And when I switched it, the payout for one of my coins, when I switched it, my computer froze. I was like, oh, that's weird. So I went and rebooted my computer and it didn't start. I was like, what the heck? So I kept on restarting, nothing. So now granted, this is the most money I've ever spent on a computer. This computer cost me more than my first car. This was very, very expensive. So then I set it aside for about a month or two. I said, man, I spent way too much money on this computer. Let me see if I can try to fix it. So I reached out to everybody, like, what do I do? And then it was doing like a beep. So I did the series of the beeps and everything, and told my friends, and they're like, oh, it's probably the, what did they say at first? I think maybe the power supply or something. That's all right. So then I go and I buy this, the most expensive power supply I could do for this computer, put that in there, nothing still. It's like, all right, well, maybe it's the RAM. So then, of course, with this, because it's a gaming computer, the RAM's very expensive. So I bought new 2 RAMs, I put them in there, still nothing. So I left it I actually put it in the closet for like a year and a half. And I finally was like, man, I spent way too much money on this dumb computer. Let me try to fix it. Sent it to the shop. That cost me like $150. And they're like, oh, it's the motherboard. The motherboard, one of your slots for the RAM, it burned out. I was all right. So I go and I order a motherboard. Now, of course, this again, it's the biggest, baddest, most expensive one I can find. And I give it to the shop, and the shop goes, well, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is you have a brand new motherboard that can do everything that you want. The bad news is that your case is too small. I said, it's a big case. Are you kidding me? So they said, well, you can either return the motherboard and get the right size, or I said, you know what? I hate returning stuff. Let me just get a bigger case. So with the long story short, when I made this story long, in this computer, which I called the Beast, it had a brand new case, brand new power supply, brand new RAM, basically everything's brand new except the GPU. And that's the main reason I bought this computer, was for the GPU. And then it worked for about maybe a month, and then it started giving me issues. Like my all my monitors would start flashing and rearrange, and I was like, oh crap. So more than likely it's my GPU, which really, really sucks. And I said, you know what? I'm done with it. I'm just gonna get another computer. So then I bought another computer. So that's my story as far as the GPUs and everything. Now I still have some GPUs, but I haven't plugged them in yet, just because, in my opinion, it's not worth it right now. For me to mine, I think my electricity rate, I think it's like 17 cents or per kilowatt hour, however you figure it out.
That's pretty high. That's pretty high.
Yeah. So right now it's really not worth it for me. So maybe in 6 months I might plug in my ASIC miners. Now the mini ASIC miners that I have, there's 2 of them. One does Doge with Litecoin, and then the other one, I believe it was the library token. And I don't even know if the library token is still around, but I bought those. And the power supply that comes with each one, first it didn't come with power supply, so you have to buy a power supply. And so I bought a power supply that could connect 4 of them. The only problem is, man, this sucker is crazy loud. Like, I would have it in the other room with the door closed, and you can still hear.
Yeah, so that's the thing about ASIC miners. They are very, very loud.
Yes.
I was
So
gonna
I
buy,
don't have it plugged in.
I was gonna buy a BC 250 machine to mine Warthog. So basically, they took PS5s. So Warthog is a very interesting coin to mine because you need a good CPU and you need a good GPU. So they made it so you can't just have one CPU and then 10 graphics cards. You need to have a CPU and a graphics card. So people figured out that you can take a PS5 and cram 10 of them into a box, and it's basically a giant Warthog miner. And I was gonna invest in one of those, and my buddy who has about they bought a little small little warehouse, and they have 1 million of them, and he said, if you turn that thing on in your apartment, everybody's gonna hear it. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to buy this BC 250 miner. But yeah, so right now I actually am mining Warthog with just one card, and and it's just an RX 580, and it makes me like 30 to 60 cents a day. I don't really care. I think it costs less in power than I am making, so I don't know.
I've run some nodes before. I had the Theta node, which was super easy to set up. It was literally an executable file. You download the file, you run it. It's crazy easy. There's been a few of them where I've done to where they're super crazy easy, and then some that are very difficult. One of the ones that was difficult was the pre-search node, where of course on those you had to have pre-search. Then you do it on one computer, but you have to, I forget what programs they are, but you have to put it into this program. You have to put in code. All the code's there for you to do, but still there's problem solving you got to do. And I had so many of the pre-search tokens, I was like, you know what? I was dumb because I bought a bunch of those real little computers. They're like $250 each, I guess, at the time. And I bought, I think, like 4 or 5 of them. So I bought a bunch of those because it required a dedicated IP for each one. So I had like 4 or 5 of those. Then of course I had my my main computer, and then also my other computer. So I had all these computers running the nodes, and they were making some good money. Then on top of that, I also did the AWS, the Amazon server. I had a few of those because, you know, I still had pre-search coins left over. So I did some of those, and I think on for Amazon, I think I was like paying like $5 a month, and I had like 4 of them. So it was a lot of money that I was dishing out. And then I'm thinking about, I was like, man, like it'd be cheaper just to buy $5 or $20 worth every month of these tokens, as opposed to what I'm doing. So then I stopped doing all that stuff. And then of course I turned off all the computers and put those in my closet. And so now I have those too. But there's some that are very easy to do as far as running nodes. And then there's some that are difficult. And but right now I'm not mining anything. Let's see here. No, I'm not mining anything. I could mine. I just don't have my computer on my other computers.
Yeah, I mean, even to you saying at 17 kilowatts hours, I'd wait until our next wave up, and then start mining, and so it's actually worth it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. No, 5. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 computers ready. So 8 out of those 12 computers are running nodes, the Larissa node, and Larissa was so highly profitable, and then it just freaking tanked. And I called it my first Larissa video, and I should have listened to myself, and I should have just cashed out. I bought 2 trial nodes, which cost $100, and I would have came out with 1,000 USD. And yeah, you live and you learn, right? You don't.
Yep.
So I don't know if you heard me before, but your first cycle you fail, your second cycle you learn, and you can make money your second cycle, but then your third cycle is when you really hone in and you take what you learn from these 2 cycles,
Right.
and you become, you know, a money maker, you know?
Yep. Yeah, the things that I learned from my last cycle, which was my first one, you can make some good money, but you also lose it because you hold on to it. You have the greed. The greed comes in. It's like, oh, you know, it's going higher. It's going higher. Don't take any profits. Just wait. And then you see that dip, and you're like, okay. And then it's going to come back up, and then it comes back up a little bit, but it comes back down. It's like, oh, it's going to go back up again, and you just hold it. So my first cycle, I learned what not to do. I'm not going to invest in NFTs. You know, can people make money? Sure, definitely, but I'm not doing it. I'm not going to buy coins to where so like all these nodes that you have to buy the tokens for to purchase, kind of like a imaginary node where it runs and you get tokens. I'm not going to do that. There's so many things. Now, one thing that I will do differently this next coming bear run is a year prior to the halving, I'm going to start buying. And everybody was telling me to do that this cycle, but it's like, no, I'm just going to wait because it's going to keep on coming down. And sure enough, you know, my buddies that were buying, and it went down 50, 70, 80%, but they kept on buying it. I was like, no, I'm going to wait. And then when I did finally start buying, well, it's up like 100 or maybe even 200% from when I could have been buying. Yeah. So right now I'm you know, dollar cost averaging, but I could have made a lot more money if I would have bought it a year ago. So that's one of the big mistakes. It's funny too, in reference to these miners. My buddies, I have 2 other buddies that we're gonna put our money into a was it Cardano, KDA, one of their miners. And last cycle, man, this thing was 35 grand, maybe even higher than that. I want to say higher than that. This was when Cardano was doing like crazy numbers. It was like one of the hottest ones. And we were gonna, all 3 of us, you know, put some money in it. Maybe it was like more. I think it had to be more than that, because possibly. Anyway, and I was like, no, I was the only one saying no. And the other 2 was like, come on, Joe, let's put our money in. I was like, nah, man, I don't know. And this was, I want to say like October-ish. And so I was making good money. And I'm like, no. And man, am I glad we didn't, because like 2 months later, everything was dumping. And then of course the KDA miner, it dropped by like maybe 10 grand as far as, you know, to buy it. And then 6 months, 12 months later, it dropped even more. Right now, the Cardanos, they're selling for 3,500. So it would have been super, super huge loss. And for me personally, I would rather just buy the coin, you know, instead of waiting for the ROI. Now, what you're doing is smart as far as like all these phones that you either have or getting donated, because it's free, you know, so all it's costing you is electricity. So
yeah, and it's like I said, it cost me 2 cents in power, and I make 6 cents in the coin. So
right.
And I have 152 phones mining.
Dang.
So, you know, that equals out to a pretty nice profit each day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, I like yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say, but I was lost my words there.
Yeah, like with me, I have, because you mentioned grass earlier, I do have that. Somebody had told me about it, and I was like, okay, I'll try it, because I used to do, there's a coin, I forgot what it, Nodle, Nodle.
I've been told to put Nodle on all my Varus phones. So
yeah. So when that project first came out, I did a review on it on my other channel, but I don't have that channel anymore. And I was like, it's pretty cool. It at that time it was doing with Bluetooth, and whenever you drive around, it connects to other Bluetooth devices or whatever. And the more you move with your phone, the more coins you get, because you're helping their network or whatever. I was all right, cool. So I had it on my phone forever, didn't think nothing of it. And then I want to say like maybe 8 months later, it got listed on an exchange. It's like, oh, cool. So of course the price went crazy high. I still have it on one of my, I think it's on one of my spare phones. I never cashed it out. I never did it, whatever. I just left it on there. And so when I saw about grass, I was like, you know what? This is probably the same. It's kind of like the same concept, but now it's using the bandwidth. And there's a lot of projects that are like this. But it's like, let me use that one. And right now, of course, there's no like tokens that you can actually like transfer, because they're not on exchanges, not that I'm aware of. But you can still sell it, and they have videos on it. And I kind of saw it. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna have it, and if I rack up tokens or whatever, eventually if they make tokens for it, then I'll have tokens, and then it'll be just like Nodle, and then hopefully this time I'll sell it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking like I really wanted to avoid putting any mining things on my main PC, but for the sake of a video, I might put the grass extension on my computer. But I'm very hesitant on bandwidth mining, because people are using your IP address, and you do not know what people are using your IP address for. So, there's been stories of people bandwidth mining and having cops at the door and being like, why are you sharing this, or blah, 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 right. Seizing all their computer equipment, because, yeah. So, I'm a little hesitant. I do run a bandwidth miner with Fry, but other than that, yeah, I'm a little hesitant to put a bandwidth miner on, but I will do it for a video, and I'll let my viewers know if it's good or bad.
Yeah, and there's times where I forget I even have it on, because at first when I was putting it on, I was actually turning it off so that I could do my live streams, thinking that maybe due to the bandwidth it might, but I actually forgot that I had it on until you mentioned it. I was like, yeah, I have grass. So I was like, oh crap, it's running. It's been running all this time. It's like, oh, but in no connection issues that I've been aware of. So yeah.
What's your internet what's your internet like out there?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any issues. What's the website where you can check the bandwidth? I forget.
Speedtest.net.
Speedtest,
I think.
that's right. Yeah. So I'm gonna run that right now. Let's go, speed test.
Here, quickly, let's share your screen. I'm just kidding. It shows your IP address.
I was gonna share it too, like an idiot. Yeah, sure, man. That's funny. So right now the download, I'm getting, it's almost done. Download is 347, which is pretty good, because I'm only paying, I think, for like 200. And then the upload is 23.
That's pretty decent, like 23.
Yeah, that's really good.
With everything I have running, I have 100 and 100. So I am very surprised that I have 100.
You have 100 upload?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to. I had to get like the best, like one of the best internet plans because of how many phones I run.
Right.
And yeah,
And then for you just to, surf the internet or watch movies or whatever, you don't want it to be like, pausing or nothing. So
yeah. It's actually higher than that when nothing's running. That's just with everything running. So
right.
But yeah. But I pay a pretty penny for it. So.
Right. Yeah, I got some security cameras that use the Wi-Fi. I have before, when I didn't have this plan, I would have to unplug all my cameras and turn off all my miners. This was back in the day. Unplug, turn off all my miners and make sure nothing was using my internet. And then I would stream, and then sometimes it would still get laggy. So then I called up my internet providers, like, what am I paying right now? And they told me, it's like, oh, whoa, no. I said, what's the next one up? It was just a little bit more. I was like, yes, I need that one. So then I run my cameras and my miners and everything else, and so that was pretty good.
I actually have a Fry Foundation sponsorship for a camera. It's supposed to monitor traffic, but I just use it to monitor the parking lot of our building,
Right.
Just in case someone's car gets broken into. So I have that.
Nice.
If you have those cameras, you can. I mean, you'd have to do buy your own or bring your own device with Fry. You'd have to pay $150, but you could have a little miner camera. But right now, Fry is really, really down. But we did look at the chart yesterday, and I think you said it looked really good. The Fry chart.
Mm-hmm.
We had a giant pump, and then now we're down. I don't know. I'm just stacking my Fry right now, ready for the next pump.
Dude, right now is the best time. Like, just any coin, especially if you're bullish on it, you just buy it and you hold it. And George from Cryptos R Us, he's been doing, I forget what day he does it on, but where he just DCAs, and he'll have like $100, and it's all internet fake money or whatever. And it's like, okay, today we have $100. Let's see, we're gonna put $20 in this one, $30 in this one, 20 in this one, and he'll do that. And he's been doing that. And even though there were sometimes several months where he was down, but because he was just DCAing every single time, now he's up. And I saw that, I was like, man, like that's what next bear market, that's what I'm gonna do. Starting a year prior to the halving, that's what I'm gonna do. And we'll see. But like right now, it's not a loss until you sell, and it's not profit until you sell. So even though, like on some of my coins, I'm down 50%. Most of them are 30, but some of them are like 50, some are 70, and I just have a little bit of money in there. And what I'm doing is, like, every month I'll go and I'll put some more money in. So, and like what I try to do is the ones that are down the most, because that's where I'm getting my biggest discounts. So there's one where I was down like 45%, and I really like it coin. And I was like, all right, so let's just say I had $100 in there. So what I'll do is I'll throw $100. So instead of being -40, now it's -20. And then so as soon as it comes, and there's been some where I keep on doing this, and it's -50, -40, -30, because I'm only putting a little bit of money in. Then it's like -10, and then I don't put any more money in, and then like a week or two later, and so here's my buy level, my initial buy level, but because I bought here some more, here some more, here some more, now my DCA price has come all the way down here, so that as soon as it starts crossing this threshold, now I'm in the positive, versus having to wait till it comes all the way up to my initial buy. Now I'm already in profit. So that's what I've been doing, and I mean, it's working. And again, it's not a loss until you sell. So
yeah, and you seem like you have a good intelligence on when to buy and when to sell. So
Mhm.
I definitely 100% want to get you and my buddy AltcoinAardvarks.
Dude, I'm telling you,
together.
man. I would love to see what he does, how he does it, and see with me, I'm always about the who, what, where, when, why, especially the why, because like there's so many people that I'll ask like, why do you use this, like this indicator? Okay, there's a green dot, but what made the green dot? What, like, explain this to me. And don't just say, oh, there's a green dot, I'm gonna buy it. But why? Like, what is it telling you that's creating the green dot and giving you the concept of, okay, you know, I see the green dot, I see this and this, I also see this, now I'm buying. So for me, it's all about the whys. And if once I understand the whys, then of course, you know, I do it. And that's one thing that I do on my channel is I explain everything, especially the why. You know, like this is what I'm doing. There's the reason I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it, because nobody talks about that. And so like with your buddy, like, you know, he could be extremely successful. And what I want to do is I want to continue my success. I want to sharpen my skills. And you can only do that with somebody who, you know, maybe they have different techniques and I can implement those techniques along with my techniques. But one thing that I found is that it's very difficult to get people to explain their thought process. Very difficult, especially like there's one of my buddies, very smart guy. And he's killing it on these, he was doing futures. He was killing it. And like, so I'm taking the trades that he's posting and I'm losing and I'm losing and I'm losing and I'm losing. It's like, man, I can't keep on doing this because I'm losing on every time. So I hit him up and say, hey man, like I need you to show me what you're doing. Yeah. So we did a screen share and like he's running through stuff like super quick, not explaining why, just showing the what. You know, this and this and this, and you want to do this. I said, so I tell him, I said, okay, hold on. I said, let me reiterate what you just mentioned, but share my screen. So he shares my screen. I said, this is where I would enter. He's like, nope, that's wrong. I said, okay, well, don't just tell me, no, it's wrong. Tell me why. Oh, it's because this and this and this. I said, you've never said that before. Oh, I just thought you knew. No, that's why we're on this call. Like, you think I just want to talk to you? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm asking you for help. And he's like, oh, I thought you knew it. No. And I said, you have never said what you just said right now. You have never said that on any of your videos, on any of your whatever. Anytime me and you are doing a screen share, you know, to teach other people, you have never mentioned that. It's like, oh, I just assumed you knew. It's like, no. So then now it's like, okay, so now here's a new setup, this and this, and this is how I'm going to enter. Like, yeah. I was like, okay. But now I talked to him a few weeks ago. And he's like, man, Joe, I had to change up my strategy. Like the stuff that I was doing, it wasn't working anymore. But one thing that I did notice, because like I'm always losing. And I would see that he would post, you know, enter at this price. And then like 10 minutes later, he would show a result, you know, doing a 7x leverage that he's up 32%. I was like, how is that even possible? So I go and that's because I entered the same part that he entered and where he posted everything, like within that second, boom, I put it in and I'm only up maybe like 4%. How is he up 32? And then I go and I check his posting. Well, his initial the entry price is much lower than what he posted. I said, oh, this fool, what he's doing is he's entering the trade and he's waiting to see if it becomes successful. And then if it drops lower so that he doesn't get liquidated, he's adding again. So now it's reducing his entry price. And if it drops lower, he'll put in again. So then once it crosses a level, then it's like, oh, enter now. And look how great I am. And it's like, dude, like that's not even cool because you're showing something that you're not doing. So what I do, and it also on YouTube, like I say, this is when you enter. And this is your stop loss. And so, but yeah, I told him, I said, dude, that's not cool, man. Like everybody's like, people were telling me too, it's like, how is he getting these results? I said, I don't know. And I looked at it, it's like, oh, I see. You know, here's where he says to enter, but he actually entered here. So yeah.
Very dangerous thing about, that's how I lost a lot of my money, was starting with a small trade and then, you know, gradually, you know, keep adding to that trade, and then like $100 trade became a 5K trade, and then boom, lost it. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah. But no, I think it'd be very interesting to have you and my buddy talk to each other. Both of you guys like to talk a lot, so I feel like there'd have to be like structure and a mediator, and like, you know.
For me, what I like doing is I like asking questions. I like listening. So what you know, if he has knowledge, I'm gonna ask him questions, and then just and then back test it. You know, because that's one thing I do is I back test everything.
Cool. Yeah, I'll set that up. He has Sundays and Mondays off, so those are his days off. So
yeah, we can do it whatever time. Like to me, it doesn't matter to me. But whatever time it is, just make sure to tell me what it is Eastern time, because I'm Eastern Standard Time, and then I can do it whenever.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be very. I would like to see that. That would be cool.
And then when we have that, you have a referee T-shirt.
Referee. Red flag.
Right.
Yeah.
We got holding on the play. We got holding. That'd be pretty funny. But yeah, man, I'm down with it. And what I always do is I it's not so much a challenge, but I always, you know, encourage. Like, if you know how to trade and you're doing something different than me, I said, dude, I would love to have you on the show. As a matter of fact, there was one guy who had a whole bunch of moving averages. I think he had like 10 or 30 moving averages on his charter. It was just crazy. And I told him, I said, dude, like, I would love to see how you trade, and love to bring you on the show, and et cetera, et cetera. And then he sent me a DM and showed me his charts. I was like, wow. And not like wow in a good way, but like, wow, like, man, I'd be confused. And even though I know how to trade, like, I would see that as a beginner, because I always had the beginner mindset. If I were to see that as a beginner mindset, I was like, man, this is way too confusing. And I asked him, I said, dude, I would love to have you on the show. And he goes, well, I really don't, like, I can do it. I know how to trade. I can do it, but it's just really hard to explain it. And in my opinion, if you can't teach it, you don't know it. That's my opinion. So yeah.
We have one friend who is like, I think he's one of the more successful people in AltcoinAardvarks Discord group. He doesn't look at charts at all, and he completely goes off of fundamentals, and he just buys. But he is like the most successful out of all of us. It's weird. Like, he doesn't look at charts at all. Never ever looks at charts. He just finds a project and then he buys. And then, yeah, there's just one night we had a party and he just had all the money in the world, bought all the booze for everybody. And like, you know, I was like, I could never do that. I could never just, you know, buy a coin. Just, I barely know fundamentals. So like, you know.
Yeah, when I first started, I was all about technical analysis, TA. I didn't care what the coin was about. I just knew I wanted it to make me money. I saw support resistance. I was trading between the ranges. I was doing all this stuff. And then my buddy, he was really big into fundamental analysis, FA. And he told me, he's like, Joe, you need to know what it's about, this and that. I was like, dude, I don't care. Like, it could be like anything. Like, it's going to make me money. So sure enough, I started learning how to do fundamental analysis, and it really changed the game for me, because now I know, oh, if AI coins are pumping, this is an AI coin. It does this, this, and this. It's promising this, or it already has a thing, or it has something that's going to be coming up in the next couple months. So now, bless you, if that was this. And now it's like, okay, cool. I'm going to, you know, enter this trade, because not only is the TA good, but the FA is good. And then now lately, I've been getting into tokenomics, you know, as far as the vesting period, the token unlocks, everything else, fully diluted the value of the coin. So now I'm learning that to add to my skill set, and it's all just a constant learning. That's all it is.
Yeah. Cool. One of my, like, before my buddy AltcoinAardvarks learned ICT trading, he used to trade off of, so he would find the massive pumps, and there would be so usually in a massive pump, there's like 3 candles, right? And the first 2 candles usually are the smart money, and then the third candle is the retail. And then he would take that retail volume, and then that would be like his stop loss, or I don't know. But he figured by himself, he figured out, where, I don't know. I'm bad at explaining things.
No, I've seen some of those videos like that where they'll use that candle, and then depending on the other 2 candles, they'll use this candle and they'll use the measurement of it for their target. And then so I've seen some videos like that too. Yeah, for me, like, I'm always trying to research, always watching other people, how they trade, how they do their setups. For me personally, like, as far as like the candles go, what I'll do is I look at the candle, see how big it is compared to the previous candles. I also look at the wicks. I look at the momentum of the move, how strong it looks, if it's going higher or if it's going lower, and just how it looks really. And so that's one of the things that I'm really keen on. Once you see thousands and thousands of charts, like, you can kind of pick up, like, oh, this one doesn't look good, or this one. And there's a lot of times where, like, on my live stream, somebody will show me a chart, and I'll be like, oh, nope, don't like it. I just don't like it at all. I said, look at all these wicks. Look at how it's moving. It's barely going like this. I said, all this right here is just buying and selling, buying and selling. It's not doing anything. It just looks horrible. I said, I'd stay away from this coin. I don't know what it's about. I don't even want to know what it's about. I said, I wouldn't even enter this trade. And then I get
nice. So I only had 1 Corona Sun brew, and I said, when I crack this beer and finish it, the stream is done. So
sounds good to me.
Beer is done. The stream is done.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So this bear market, I have a lot to learn. I have to learn a way to, you probably won't understand most of this, but like, set up a proxy so all my phones go through this proxy, and I can switch pools and like, just everything does everything at once, and it's way easier to manage. And I kind of set up my farm, and I'm kind of past the point of no return. So like, what I'm doing right now is working for me this cycle. So in the bear market, I'll learn, how to do all that kind of stuff and how to SSH into my phone. But also too, I'm going to learn how to trade during the next bear market. Like, I don't really want to do any trading this market. I just want to do mining. I am in a trade right now, like I said.
Right.
The 2x leverage on Doge with like 30% is in position, and I got 70% margin, so I don't even have a liquidation price. And yeah, that's the only trade I have right now. And yeah.
Right now, like, you really don't even need to learn how to trade. You just need to invest. And yeah. I actually found this last bull run by accident. I had a few coins, and there was this new wallet that I just heard about. I was like, oh, that's cool. I said, so I can put these coins in this wallet, and it's off of the exchange. That's pretty cool. I had like 8 coins, and not a lot, like $100 in each coin. And so I had it in this wallet, completely forgot about the wallet. About 8 months later, one of my buddies, he told me about a wallet. I said, man, that sounds familiar. I think I have that. So I go and I look, it's like, oh, crap. And all of my coins, every single one of them, 10, 12, 14x. I was like, and this was like when I first started, I didn't know how to trade. I didn't know nothing. And during that time, I'm learning how to trade. I'm making some money, and then I go and I look at this. I was like, man, my $100 turned into $1,200. This $100 turned into $1,400. I was like, this is. Can you imagine if I would have had 1,000? I was like, man, this is crazy. So, like right now, what I'm doing is because it depends on what part of the cycle you're in, and right now we're at the very, very beginning. So you don't need to know how to trade. Just put some money into a coin, hold it there for 12 months, 16 months, maybe even 18 months, and then sell it. You know, you don't have to, do all the ups and the downs and the buying and the selling. So what I'm doing personally is I have some coins to where those are just investments, and I'll still be trading some of those coins because I like them, and I'll just be trading, get 100%, get 80%, get whatever, and so I can build up this bag. But my investment ones, those are the ones that are going to be doing 20x, 40x, whatever it is. So.
Yeah, nice, for sure. Cool. I do like the safe stop loss trading where you continuing because it always goes up, down, 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 right? Mm-hmm. And then you always just slowly move your stop loss up, and then if it goes down, you're in profit.
Right.
It just turns into USDT, and if it dumps way down, you got that USDT to buy that giant dip. So
right.
Yeah, there's that way too. So there's buying and then setting up the stop loss. But like if you're a beginner, it's kind of hard to explain a stop loss to someone who is a beginner, but do it. It'll just take a few minutes to show them.
Yeah, when I first started, I didn't know anything about stop loss, and I was in a group, and like they wouldn't even teach stop loss, and it took me losing like a lot of money. And it's like, and then I'm looking at the exchange, and I see the word stop loss. And I was like, what's this? So I started Googling it, start watching videos on it. It's like, oh. So then now, and then I would ask that group, it's like, how come y'all never talk about stop loss? They're like, oh, well, everybody has their own different risk management. I said, yeah, but y'all don't teach anything about the risk management. I lost a lot of money. Like, I'm not blaming y'all, but I didn't know that there was even a thing called stop loss. And it's like, oh, okay. But so now that's one thing I teach. But it depends on where we're at, depends on your risk management, depends how long you can hold it. If this is a trade where you can get in and you don't need that money to get into another trade, well then, and you're okay with seeing it going down 30, 40, 50%, knowing that you have time on your side. That's how the rich people make money. Like when they're doing all these stocks, they have time on their side. They don't care if it goes down 30%. Do they want it to? Not really. But if it does, they just buy more. And then they wait. They wait until they're in profit to sell. So.
Yeah. Nice. For sure. Hell yeah. But do you think my trade on Doge is a good trade right now?
Yeah. I was looking at that when I saw your chart. I was like, and you had good levels too. I see you use the magnet tool, which is good because it snaps in place, and those are good levels. So yeah, I was really surprised on 420 because that's Doge Day. On 420, I was really surprised that it didn't run up the day before and the day of 420. I actually had a regular trade on that one. I entered it a few days prior. I want to say like maybe a week prior, and I had a leverage trade on it as well, and nothing. I was like, oh, that's disappointing. So I sold it, and I'm glad I sold it too, because I think it was the next day it came down. I was like, oh man, I'm glad I got out. I was surprised.
Yeah. There was a Doge trade that I lost big money on. So it was when Elon Musk came on to SNL, and
I didn't even know it went down that day. I remember seeing that though.
So Elon Musk came on to SNL, and I set up a 10x leverage, and I'm like, I'm gonna make so much money because like Elon Musk is on SNL and he's gonna mention Doge.
Right.
Here's what happened. price immediately shot right the fuck up. Like it skyrocketed up. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, boom, it just went right the fuck down. And and then I just lost a bunch of money. And then like I called up AltcoinAardvarks. I was like, what the fuck? Like Elon Musk is like on like you expect it to go up, and he's like, dude, situations like that you're always gonna want to short, because like, you know.
And then when you do short, then it pumps to the moon. I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, but he took a short on that one.
Really?
Yeah, because he knew it was gonna go down. I was like, you bastard, you didn't tell me it was gonna go down. Like,
right.
I had this money set up. I was like telling my dad, like, I'm gonna make a lot of money off this trade, and just ended up losing it all. But yeah, that was a funny loss on Doge.
Dude, when I first started, I lost so much money in leverage. Like, my trading skills were, I'd say maybe, I mean, they were okay, but they weren't great by far. They were okay. And I was making money, you know, on regular trades. So then I got into leverage, and just like you know, I put in $5,000 and I'm trading, and then I go, and a couple of days later, it's zero. I was like, wow, okay. So I put another $5,000 in, and I'm doing it, and again it went to zero. I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't understand. Like, my trades aren't that bad. I mean, it's going up and down, but and so I was doing another $5,000 and same thing. And I called up my buddy who does leverage. I said, dude, I'm losing way too much money and way too fast. Like, what am I doing wrong? And he goes, well, are you using cross or cross or isolated? I said, what's that?
Oh, you're using cross.
I said, what's that? And he goes, oh no, Joe. And at this time, Binance, where I was trading on allegedly, on Binance, they set you up on cross. Like, you have to manually, at that time, you have to manually do it to isolate it. And he says, yeah, Joe, if your trade starts going the opposite way, what it'll do is they'll take out money from your leverage account to cover up, you know, so you don't get liquidated.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so that's, and sure enough, I would look and I would see my balance, and then I would see it changing. It's like, oh, that's what it's doing. So once I figured that out, I was like, okay. And then, of course, the other trick for leverage is, you know, you want to have multiple entries. Now, granted, you're paying, you know, you're paying a fee every time you enter, but that way it helps with the liquidation. So if you have your stop loss here, your entries here, you know, and I was doing this also for just regular spot trades where I'd have lower entries. I was like, oh, so it helps too. And they're like, yeah, it helps. Like, okay. Because I would see all these guys do these crazy gains. It's like, how are you doing this, man? They go, oh, I have an entry here and I have an entry lower, you know, just above my liquidation. I have another entry because I expect it to go up. But if it comes down really quick to do a wick or whatever, boom, like it gets hit up. It's like, so that's what I started doing too. And it helped out tremendously.
Yeah.
Do I still lose? Yep. But you know, the wins are good, but you know, you still lose.
Can't win them all, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think, yeah. I mean, see, the thing is, last cycle, why I got so cocky is because I think I was at like an 80% win rate, and so you think that you're in an 80% win rate, you're the best trader in the world.
Yep.
And then you're like, you know what? I'm going to go big. And then you just lose it all. And
dude,
then,
I was on a call with two other guys who trade leverage. And we're trading, we're doing great and everything. And, you know, some of them are doing like crazy leverage, 50x, you know, 100x. And me, I'm doing, you know, 20x, maybe 40x. And we're trading and we're going in and out. We're making money. But now I'm only trading like $100. And I was like, you know what? I've been winning all this time. I said, now let me put $1,000 in. So I put $1,000 in the trade, and boom, I lose it. I lose like 40% of it or whatever. It's like, dang it, that's a lot of money. So then I put another $1,000 in, and we're trading, and I lose that too, man. What took me, because I was only trading with $100 at first, what took me, I want to say maybe 2 hours to gain as far as profit, it took me less than 15 minutes to lose all that profit, because then I started trading with more money with a little bit higher leverage, and I just like, oh well, like it was good while it was good, getting was good, and but yeah,
You live and you learn, right?
mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, that's the name of the game.
Yep.
But
yeah, I like doing leverage. When stuff's like super boring, and I'm not doing stuff with a group or whatever, it's like, you know what, let me trade some leverage real quick, and I go and trade some leverage and make some money, lose some money, whatever. Usually it's winning, but still, you can't lose. But that's one thing I always tell everybody, like, you're gonna lose. Losing is part of the game. For all these people that are like, oh, I just win and win and win. No, that's just what they show you. Like for me, I'm like, I let people know what really happens. Like, no, you're gonna win, you're gonna lose. You're trading against people. So.
Well, I mean, that's just like everyday life, right? Like, you go to work, you're not going to do your job perfectly every single time. You're going to screw up. It's just, that's what life is. There's losses in life.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of correlation between trading and real life. And it's funny to watch charts because you can see people's emotions on charts. And I always find it fascinating. Sometimes I'll just throw on my second monitor a chart on the 1 minute, and I'll just watch people's emotions. And like, you just know how people are feeling, and it's great. Like, yeah, it's cool. And yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. I was watching this one guy. He was trading Bitcoin. I believe it was Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart. And he drew a flag and he's like, if it breaks out right here, we're going to go ahead and enter 1 minute chart. And sure enough, it broke out. He entered it. But this guy, he always like double talks to where he can't be wrong. He entered the trade and it's like, it's starting to go good. So he's talking really good about his trade. And then it goes red. And then he starts saying, well, right now, like, if we zoom out, this probably might not be just ready yet, and now he's looking for excuses. Oh, because we have this and this and the RSI. So he's back, he's double talking. Then he goes back to his 1 minute chart and he sees that it's starting to go up. And he's like, okay, well, this one looks pretty good. And, so now he's saying that it looks good. And then it's going up. And now granted, his risk was here. His reward was way up here. So his risk reward is great. But now they started going up a little bit. He's as soon as it starts coming down, he's like, you know what? I'm going to sell it. So he sells it. So his risk reward is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Now he made money. Don't get me wrong. And then what he's doing is like, all right, guys, who got that profitable trade with me? And it's not blah, blah. He's, hyping up the chat. And people are saying, I took profit. And then he sees it going up more. And now he's back talking again. He's double talking. He's like, yeah, this one, it looks like it's going to reach our target. I just want to get out, this and that, blah, blah. But right now it's still looking really great, this and that. And so again, now he looks good. For one, he took profit. And for two, if you're still in the trade, you're making money. But if it would have went down, he would have said, oh, why did y'all take profit when you saw me take profit? Like, so he just back talking. It's like, man, this dude's a joke. But anyway.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a joke.
And it was funny too, on one of his videos, he said Bitcoin right now is doing this. It could either go down. Yeah, it could either go down, but there's this kind of also looks like it might go sideways, but we could have a parabolic run. I was like, what? Did I just listen to that right? He said it's going to go down, but it could go sideways, but we might have a parabolic run. And then on top of that, like not even 5 seconds later, he goes, yeah, and I'm usually spot on my calls.
That's 3 different calls
Yes.
of all different things.
It's gonna
No, he
either
can't
go
be
down.
wrong.
If it goes down, he's right. If it goes sideways, he's right. And if it goes parabolic, he's right.
Nice, nice. So I just finished my last beer, but just quick question: do you think Bitcoin's gonna go down to 50K?
I wanted to. I really do. Let me pull
Yeah.
up the chart really quick. I'm not going to review the chart, but I'm just going to, so I can look at it really quick. I mean, right now we're in a trend line. We're at the top. If it comes down to the bottom of the trend line, we're looking at 59. But if it breaks that trend line, now we're looking at 52. So it's just level by level. You just treat it level by level. But I wanted to. It needs to.
Well,
But-
if it doesn't, like, it's very healthy for Bitcoin to go down to 52. But anyways, that is the end of my stream. Thank you for joining me, Trade Intuition.
You got it.
You are the first guest on the Paperclip live stream.
Nice.
Nice. And do you want to give a shout out to your Telegram group or anything?
I would
or
just say-
YouTube?
Yeah, I would just say watch my YouTube. It's Trade Intuition, and I believe there's a hyphen in there. Before I had another channel, it was just called Trade Intuition, but I had to delete it. But here it is at Trade-Intuition, and I'm actually gonna put that in the chat. So it's gonna be Trade-Intuition, and you can watch me on. I do live streams every day, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But not only that, but I show you how to trade, or like on my regular videos, I show you how to trade. So, and I'm all about helping people. I make people money, and that's it.
That's why I invited him on, because we both have the mindset of we want to make you guys the most money possible, and I never want to be a shill.
Right.
So, like, I don't know if you with your trading you can be a shill, but like with mining, you can definitely be a shill. So I never want to be a shill, and I always want to be 100% authentic and just make my viewers money. But anyways, that was the live stream, and I will check you guys later.
Yes,
Have a good
definitely.
one.
Make sure to smash the like.
Yeah,
And thank you guys so much.
smash the like button.